Oh, we talked about everything. You know, they're wide open. And the feeling I get is that all the crap you think about Iran is that exactly that. It's crap. Because how would you like the United States to be thought of as Ferguson, Missouri? Where all we fight over here are stupid things like abortion rights. We can't wave a finger in condemnation at anybody for any reason whatsoever. So therefore, when you get over to a place like Iran and they realize you're not looking at them like terrorists, they open up. We were driving by on our way to Isfahan, on our way back from Isfahan, and in the bus, of course, is the former head of all the airports, including military and civilian, their head of security. You know, I mean, we're talking like the guy who ran the show. You know, big Iranian guy, Farzim Pirozpay. He was also a former general in the Iranian army.
Wow.
So we're on the bus, right? And one of the guys on the crew says, "Hey, look over there. That's the nuclear facilities." And I say, "Hey, could we slow down? I want to take some pictures of the nuclear sites." So they slowed the bus down. And I took some pictures, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, they weren't the ones that they're supposedly developing the bomb, but they're not developing the bomb. And if they were, who cares? Because if they wanted one, they could get one from Pakistan. And in a second, because they have a porous border. And they're tight with Pakistan because we had to get our visas through the Pakistani embassy. Because Americans can travel freely to Iran as long as you get a visa. You just have no protection. You know, you have to go to the Swiss embassy if there's any problem. But you got to be an idiot to cause any problems in Iran because it's very easy to follow the rules.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's the simplest form of behavior you can possibly imagine. You just don't do anything stupid.
Yeah.
And we know what stupid means here.
Yes, we do.
There, you just be very polite. You be what the United States is really about. It's about being open. And if you just draw back from this imperialistic notion that somehow God made us the greatest country in the world, and you see that people live day-to-day lives no different from yours, you just stop listening to other people's opinions. You can tell that they don't really have a lot of money for excess maintenance, although the streets of Tehran were spotless. They clean those streets. I mean, it's immaculate. They just seem like they're living on, my drummer Matt Young called it survival mode, that they don't have a lot of money to spend on extravagant things. However, they have had centuries upon centuries of extravagance in terms of what they are able to design and create. So just their day-to-day look is phenomenal in terms of the intricacy and detail in every nook and cranny of every building and every space. So it's really a matter of, we think of modernism as a way of expressing a certain kind of clean look and a certain kind of like antiseptic, you know, this is the way the world should be, you know, germ-free. And Tehran is just got a certain amount of beautiful grit that used to be associated with New York. Remember those days when Times Square was Times Square and now it's Times Square? You know, Tehran is Times Square. It's got a gritty look, but no street crime, no problems whatsoever. Well, the city in itself is 8 to 10 million, and in the surrounding region it's 14 million. And what those photos were from, some of them from the Grand Bazaar in Tehran, which is located next to the Grand Mosque. And that was like a huge street. And that was a holiday too. But when we were inside in the bazaar, you could not believe how crowded that was. We're talking like, you know, bumper to bumper, all the way through. And when they had the hand carts going through, they didn't care if they ran over you. And they didn't care if you were a tourist or a local. They were just on their mission to get to that next store and drop off their goods. And you'd have traffic jams where people were actually stuck at these intersections and you couldn't move. It was hilarious. And of course, I'm a big guy, so I could have mowed them all down. But we were very polite and smiling. Not one negative word, not one negative vibe. And we were around thousands upon thousands of people. Nothing like that. They did not express anything but love and happiness when they saw us.